Welcome to the Dr. Jim Cares podcast with Dr. James Augustine, where we provide powerful solutions for helping you create wellness. The following discussion is for educational purposes only and is not meant to diagnose or treat disease. Because our approach is individualized, it's important to not apply this information without first consulting with your healthcare professional. And now, here's Dr. Jim.
Hey, welcome back to the Dr. Jim Cares podcast. My name is Dr. Augustine from Head to Wellness, and today we're going to have a special topic that you can all relate to, and it's brain fog. Brain fog. Oh my goodness. I think everybody that I talk to has brain fog to some extent. So we're going to talk about 6 causes to brain fog today, and there are others, but let's talk about some big ones because I want you to know about this topic so that you can maybe be more cognizant or aware or mindful of brain fog and start to work on those things to eliminate them so your brain works better. Because it drives everything. Again, I want to emphasize, I said it in the last podcast, that the most important tissue in your body is your brain. It drives and controls and regulates everything, including it's what heals your body. Central and foundational to everything that I do is dealing with and helping your brain be better connected to your body. So let's talk about brain fog. So what is brain fog? Brain fog is concentration, focus, fuzzy thinking. You can't stay on task. You're constantly distracted. And what about memory? Oh, I forgot everything. I forgot somebody's name. I forgot to do this task or that task. And you end up spending a whole bunch of time and money on task managers and things of that sort to kind of keep your life organized. Not a good thing. So let's talk about the number one cause. Number one cause of brain fog is stress. Let's start there. It isn't the most important, but it's a significant factor. Stress is at the center of every chronic illness that we deal with. And today, who doesn't have stress? We talked about in my last episode about driving on the freeway is stressful, especially if you live in Southern California. Family can stress you out. If you work and you handle people, you're an office manager and you're dealing with people, that can be stressful. You can have people yelling at you. You can have, oh my goodness, especially family. Family knows how to push your buttons, can create stress. And stress is definitely connected to causing brain fog. Why? Let's take it a little bit further, is stress can influence you so much to where you don't get adequate sleep, which is what we just talked about. And when you don't get adequate sleep and you're overtired, guess what? Brain fog. Brain does not work effectively. So what about sleep? That's number 2. Sleep is number 2. So a lack of sleep, concentration, focus, short-tempered, grumpy, grouchy, moody, you just don't see things the same way. And try to have an intellectual conversation or listen to a podcast and try to remember what you just listened to, or watch a movie or a video and you go, what was the name of that again? You start forgetting things. Why? Because it's such a big deal. Sleep really is to your full body wellness. As a matter of fact, if a person can get adequate sleep, sleep is when you do lots of healing in your body. So sleep is a significant factor. With a lack of it, you'll start to have a degradation of brain function. And one aspect of that is, gosh, I have brain fog. Do not like that. We do not like that. What about hormones? Interesting. Hormones can influence your ability to have brain fog or not. So for ladies who are having children, they're pregnant, and they get an increase in estrogen, progesterone, that can cause brain fog, strangely enough. Conversely, the opposite is true as well. So the ladies that are in menopause and their estrogen and progesterone are going low, one of the symptoms of menopause is brain fog, forgetfulness. And oh my goodness, never argue with a lady who's having menopausal symptoms, because one of the major components of that is brain fog, forgetfulness. Terrible, terrible. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 is nutrition and diet. I have lots to say about this. Missing nutrients can contribute to brain fog. And maybe a lot of you know or you don't know out there that B vitamins are critical for neurologic tissue function. So Missing B vitamins, therefore, can contribute to brain fog and lack of good acute mental function, therefore brain fog. What if, though, from a dietary perspective, you have too much carbohydrates in your diet? Because the big rage out there is either the plant-based diet, which is all carbohydrates, or, like most Americans, we eat starch and sugar. Who doesn't love starch and sugar? And let's say you have lunch and you have, you go to a fast food restaurant and you have French fries and you have a soda, and gosh, here comes that, say, 1 o'clock, 45 minutes later, all of a sudden your blood sugar will drop. It's spiked way up and then it drops. And you start to get the inability to control your blood sugar to keep it nice and stable. Brain fog. Brain fog. You'll be sleepy, tired, groggy, grumpy, grouchy, those sorts of things, just from what you ate. So really good thing to do, look into what you should do from a nutrient perspective. Little tip, I'd recommend looking into carnivore, the carnivore diet, spectacular. So let's talk about number 5. Number 5 is also a big deal. Number 5 is medication. Medication can cause brain fog. Now, brain fog can be called a lot of different things. Memory loss, dementia, mental acuity, fuzzy thinking, all of those things can be called basically different names for brain fog. But medication, lots of side effects, or probably a major common side effect for many, many medications would be brain fog. And why is this so significant? Because the average 64-year-old female is on 10 medications. The average 64-year-old female is on 10 medications. That's a lot, and that's a lot of medication. And imagine that one medication has side effects, but then you combine it with a second one that also has its own side effects. But when you combine them, it creates this other new set of side effects that they're not really sure of. They don't really know about. So imagine 10 medications, and the combinations there can create some pretty major side effects. So medication can directly cause brain fog. Number 6, last but not least, which there's a whole bunch of things within this, is health problems, health challenges, things of that sort. So for instance, iron deficiency. Ladies, if you're of menstrual cycle age, ladies are always skirting anemia. So low iron, you can't carry enough oxygen to your brain, and what happens? Brain fog. Brain fog, forgetfulness, all those terrible things. Plus you'll be tired. So anemia can affect your brain. Cardiovascular problems, heart problems. The number one killer today in the United States is heart disease. Cause of heart disease? Not as many people today are smoking, because smoking is definitely a cause, but it is blood sugar issues. So prediabetes and diabetes both cause heart disease. Lack of blood flow to your brain because your heart's not strong and pumping blood effectively like it once did will definitely influence your brain. You'll have brain fog. You'll have forgetfulness. There are a lot of cases of dementia these days, which isn't truly dementia, but it's dementia that's caused by a lack of blood flow to your brain. So cardiovascular problems directly can cause brain fog. What about autoimmune disease? Immune disruption can cause brain fog. Imagine having inflammation, systemic inflammation kind of all over your body as a result of having an autoimmune process developing or going on. And something that we always talk about and we like to tell patients is that when you have a gut issue, a digestive tract issue, a gut issue is always a brain issue because you have a direct connection through your vagus nerve. So we like to say if your gut's on fire, your brain's going to be on fire. You're going to have brain fog with autoimmune challenges or immune system challenges in general. Alzheimer's is an obvious one. Alzheimer's and dementia, memory issues and brain fog. That's a really easy one. But inflammation, just moving back to inflammation again because it's caused by your immune system. What about diet? If you have very pro-inflammatory foods in your diet, they can create lots of inflammation. If it's in your gut, it's going to be in your brain. So cancer treatment today in healthcare and medicine through oncology is chemotherapy. And maybe you've heard the term chemo brain. Chemo brain is brain fog. Lots of forgetfulness going on, so chemo brain because of cancer. Hopefully these items made sense. Let's kind of go back through them. Stress, number 1. Sleep problems, number 2. Hormone imbalances, number 3. Nutrition and diet, so certain nutrients can affect your ability to have good brain function. Medications certainly can, and of course these health problems that we just mentioned. There are others. That's why I say this isn't a comprehensive list, but it's a pretty good list, 6 items for you. And so therefore, if you need help with brain fog, please let me know. I'd love to help you out to optimize your health and wellness. Give me a buzz. My phone number 562-860-3404. I'm in Buena Park, California, but we also do online virtual consults and those sorts of things. You can also contact me through email. draugustine@gmail.com is my email address. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. It really helps our channel out to get this information out to more people. I'm also on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Plus, I have a podcast. This is also a podcast. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. So please maybe subscribe to me there and like what my content there. I much appreciate that. And again, my name is Dr. Augustine from Head to Wellness, and we will see you on the next episode. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining us on your journey to wellness. Join us next time for more information and education about your health. And feel free to contact Dr. Jim on social media or at his office, Head to Wellness in Buena Park, California.